What's up guys and gals, Brian Tong here, and I am super excited to show off the Nanoleaf canvas. This is their next generation light panels. You can design them, link them together, and then put them up on your wall. They have all these amazing light patterns, but we can't do this justice with the lights on, so I say we turn the lights off. And one other thing, they respond to sound. You might have seen the previous Nanoleaf light panels. They were triangular in shape, and this was really their first entry into this unique space. But this is their next generation, right? We talked about they are square in shape. They have the ability to connect in a lot of different ways. So you have these little linking pieces. And then what also makes it interesting on the back is you can link this in 4 different ways, whether it's, even, you can stagger them to create kind of a lot of these like cool, unique shapes. I like to really call them the Legos of lighting. You can build them however you want. You can come up with really cool 8-bit patterns. I mean, even back here, you could probably come up with something like that. And it has this fun fidget factor. And what I mean by that, these are touch panels as well. So I can touch depending on the different light themes. You can, if you see, it changes colors on the fly. There's also a kind of a fun memory game that makes it interactive. There's other games that are gonna come, and this really makes it different and unique and special. But my favorite part about this has to be the rhythm scene setting. We showed you a little bit of it in the beginning, but it responds to the music and the sound around you. It makes this so unique, and really it feels alive. See, you can tell that I am loving this thing. It is so dope. Now the other thing is that this works right out of the box, but you can use the Nanoleaf app to really enhance it. But it all starts with a starter kit that comes with kind of a main control panel and 8 others. That's 9 panels total to start with. But if you look down here, there's actual physical controls on here. You don't need to have any app, so you can power it up. You can change the brightness up or down on this main control panel. You can change the different scenes, and then you can get into that rhythm scene setting mode all directly manually from this panel. You can also get an expansion kit that comes in a set of 4. You do need the starter kit. That control panel is really the hub of it all, and it supports up to 500 panels, so that's gonna pretty much fill up an entire wall. We also talked about its app compatibility. It really supports the smart home, all the major platforms. We're talking about the Amazon Echo, the Google Home, and Apple's HomeKit. So for example, hey Siri, turn off the canvas. Or let's get it back on. Hey Siri, turn on the canvas.
That's done.
Boom. So you have the smart home compatibility. Also, the apps itself do a bunch of different things. For iOS and Android, you can download newly created scenes. There's also another cool feature called the Layout Assistant. Let's say you want to put it on a wall, but you don't know exactly how it's going to look. You can create the layout and design you want in the app, and then use augmented reality and look at your wall and see what it's gonna look like. So that's really important because you have to apply these with an adhesive backing and just kind of press it on your wall. You don't wanna screw that up, so that's an important part of the app as well. But I was always fascinated by Nanoleaf. I talked about the triangular version, the panels, they had these big seams. You had to put on an adapter to use the rhythm feature. Honestly, I wasn't a big fan of that, and I was just waiting for the next generation, and everything that I had hoped for and wanted in something like this to actually put up on my wall, they've delivered, and so that's why I'm like so juiced about this. This also isn't gonna be the cheapest setup, but right, we're in the day and age where we're spending, what, $1,000 on a phone, so it's not for me to tell anyone how they're gonna spend their money. The starter kit itself for those 9 panels and the main control piece, that's gonna be $248 US. The expansion kit, which is 4 additional light panels, that's gonna be $80. So if you're talking about just getting started with a layout with this many panels, you're looking at around $330 US. And when you take a step back, it's actually, sure, $300 is a lot of money, but to get something like this that's interactive, that really brings a room to life, it does depend on the aesthetic you're trying to achieve, whether it's in your bedroom, your college dorm. I could really see this excel, for businesses, at clubs, lounges. Maybe we might see something like this in Vegas because you can touch it. It can respond to music. But this is a product that I think if you're watching this, you kind of already know whether you came here for the eye candy or where you're like, you know what, this is absolutely something that I want to get right now. All right, so I finished everything. The Nanoleaf canvas is on the wall. It looks great, it looks amazing. I will say, just actually putting it together, you really gotta plan this out. The adhesive that you put on the back to stick it on, I mean, this is like industrial strength stuff. Once it sticks on, it's on. You can't really see all the things that I went through, but there are, let's just say, like a few alignment issues, whether it's me or even just how it aligns itself. The actual product works as delivered. I just think the actual setup is the most difficult part about this, and it's something you should be aware of before you think like, oh, I'm just gonna pop on my wall, it's gonna be easy. It's not easy. But like I said, to get started, it's roughly $330 for a total of 13 panels. And this is kind of like this cool spot where technology meets design and creativity for anyone. And I think that when I played with this product, when I got to set it up, it was just, it kind of brought me joy. And I don't think there's that many products out there that genuinely you're playing with, you're like, this is so awesome, this is fun, and this is something that will be on your wall. It's kind of like an art piece, it's kind of like a talking point, and I think it's really special because there's not many things that can replicate those type of feelings. So really, what's the verdict on the Nanoleaf canvas? I think it is super unique. It's also really the sexiest smart lighting product out on the market today. And I know it's not for everyone, not every product is for everyone, but it is really unique. It really does bring a lot of joy. This is something I've been waiting for to get my hands on, and I think it delivered on what I expected. We'll find out if it delivers for you, but I would absolutely be 100% behind saying the Nanoleaf canvas is an awesome product. Oh, cool. These are good too. Very cool. Yummy. Good job, Bram. Good job.